Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Stephanie and this is Stephanie Builds Wealth. So welcome back if you've been here before, welcome if you're new. And here on my channel, I'm doing a bit of a social experiment, sharing my journey, my financial literacy journey, going from being a high income earner in the medical field to being a low income earner at an entry level job as an admin, as a contract administrator. And here I'm doing a little bit of a twist, documenting my journey paying off debt, learning about financial literacy, and bringing in the element of psychology and the emotions behind why we do what we do, how our habits drive our emotions, and why we spend the way that we spend, and our relationship with money. So if that seems something that interests you, feel free to like and subscribe, and you can get notified when I submit these videos. I try to get a couple things filmed on the weekends and then upload them during the week. And then you can just listen or watch at your leisure. So today, what I would like to share with you all are some 2024 goals that I have been thinking about. So I drafted this up when I was laying in bed because I thought it'd be really fun to do this. And I'm excited. Okay, so I'm going to get to work on this. So 2024 goals. Biggest eye on the prize is going to be increasing my income. So let me go ahead and add that here. So my action plan is going to be increase income. And how I plan on doing this is I'm going to have a meeting with my having a meeting with my leadership about moving through the company, preparing to get raises, possibly moving to different departments, and just what things I need to have in my toolkit so that when I apply for another promotion or apply for another position, that it would make me more attractive and likely to get that role. Since I'm new to this company and I had applied once before, but I was told I didn't have my 12-month mark. So I would have to get permission from my current leadership to do that. And they told me no. And then I applied a second time for a promotion within my department, just doing the same job I do, but just in a leadership role. And I did not get the position. I don't know why I didn't get the position. The only thing I can think of is if they're really strict on that 1 year mark, then they're just not going to pay attention to you until you hit that 1 year mark. So next time there's a promotion or next time there's an opportunity to transfer within the company to another department, and I don't get it, I'm gonna wonder why, but I'm guessing it's because I didn't hit that year qualification. And if they're really strict about that, then I guess they're really strict about it. Nothing I can do but wait. All right, moving up in company or internal transfer. Keep applying to relevant positions that are in my skill set or where I want to go within the company and still have that work-life balance and do have the increase in pay that I'm looking for. And then I do have my job alerts set up to notify me of positions that match my criteria. So look out for job alerts, and I'm going to, I really want to focus on taking advantage of my company match. So the reason why I have thought about potentially looking for new work in the coming year and realize that that's not realistic, because I'm still recovering from my surgery and still need a lot of physical therapy. And if I were to leave the company now and go to another company, what my condition would be considered pre-existing and most likely would not be covered. So that is the thing. Two, my company has really good retirement benefits that most companies don't have anymore, which is a company match up to 6%, which is huge. And my company has 3 different retirement accounts. They have 401k, they have Roth, and then they have an after tax. They have 2 after tax, and then they have the Roth pre-tax. So me being 40 years old and wanting to start a family in my 40s, I really only have a good solid 20 years left to really use the power of compounding to buff up my retirement to make it to a point where I can be safe and retire. So now if I was in my 20s, I wouldn't even think twice about switching for another job because it's just not what I want. But unfortunately, I don't have the time anymore to have compounding work on my side. Like, I'm gonna have to really focus on the next 20 years with my retirement compounding versus 40. That's a significant amount of time you just can't get back. So that's why my first action plan thought process is to stay with the company that I'm at, really utilize the work-life balance that I have to take on clients and help them understand why they do what they do with their emotions and their money relationship, build digital courses so people can work on their own time. If I were to change to another job and maybe the workload is more, I won't be able to do that. So I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I have an amazing work-life balance, that I do have the capability to be hybrid. I would love to be fully remote, but at least I have hybrid now, so I'm going to appreciate that. And I would like to stay in the company because, like I said, the benefits for matching are pretty incredible. And I don't know many companies now in this new economy, in this new world, that have the ability to offer benefits like that. So like I said, my company offers 3 different retirement accounts and they will match up to 6%. So if I match 3%, they will match 3%. If I match, and I will be at 6%. If I match 6%, they will match 6% and I will be at 12%. If I can contribute 12% on my own, they will contribute at 6%. So that's 18%. So I really want to take advantage of that benefit. So let's see. I want to increase retirement contribution. So currently I am at 2% between my 401k and my Roth. What I would like to, and that means that I'm getting 2% match, which is, I know a lot of people are cringing listening to this and thinking you're leaving money on the table. I understand that I'm leaving money on the table, but also if you're following along with my journey, I literally cannot afford to do anything more than that, because the more money that I take out of my paycheck to do my 401k, the less money that I have right now in the present. And in the present, I need to pay my mortgage and put gas in the car and eat. So trust me, if I had more expendable income and it wasn't all going towards debt and paying people for their mistakes that I have to cover, I would be more than happy to pay more than 2%. So currently I'm at 2%, the company matches at 2%, so I have 4% every month going to my retirement. What I would like to do, and I've done the math on the on the company portal for the retirement accounts, and you can do a calculation when you change your adjustments. You could do a calculation of how much that would be taking out of your paycheck. So I did a calculation, and I would like to increase my contributions from 2% to 6% each paycheck. And that would be 3% for Roth, 3% for 401k, which means that I will be matched at 6% for a total of 12% every month, which I think is pretty good. And I did the math, and currently at 2%, it is $51.54 per pay period for me to be able to contribute 6%. That would take out $309.23 per paycheck, which isn't bad. It's not bad. If I were to, and I'm already doing 51.54, so that would be like an additional like 200 and something. So I think that's doable with my pay increase. I'm hoping that's doable, but my goal for 2024 is to really take advantage of that company matching and get to that 12%. Because right now I'm at 4%, and I would really like to get to 12%. And I would really like, if I'm staying with this company by 2025, I'd really like to get to the point where I'm contributing 12% each paycheck, and then they're matching me 6% for that 18%. So that is my retirement goal. And then as far as adding to helping to increase my income, I'm going to be adding more revenue streams. So this is going to include YouTube income and any affiliates, any affiliate programs that come with that. This is going to be creating digital courses so people can start finding the patterns and looking back in their youth and realizing where they started subconsciously creating their money scripts for why they live what the way that they do and why they have the relationship with money that they do. And then I would like to get to a point where I can do one-on-one coaching. Okay, what else? Why does it look like couching? Gosh, I try not to write messy, but man alive, I write messy. I think it's from my time in the medical field. We just write messy. One on one. Still looks like couch. Oh well. All right, I'm just gonna leave it alone. One-on-one coaching to help people be able to recognize the patterns that they have. I do have a payoff goal. So my debt payoff goal is to pay off all non-reward CCs. So pay off all non-CCs. So that's going to be Discover One, Amazon, my credit union, my balance transfer credit card. So let's see, that's gonna be bank credit card, balance transfer CC, Amazon, and the upgrade consolidation loan, and affirm. Yes, so debt payoff goal is to pay off bank credit card, the balance transfer credit card, Amazon, upgrade, and then the affirm. And then I have a savings goal. I would like to have by the end of the year, when you are doing goals of any kind, you want to set them up so that you can actually succeed and achieve them, not create a goal that is so aggressive that puts you in a state of stress and anxiety right from the jump, and you're not able to complete it and then just spiral. So I'm being realistic. Like, I would like to have $5,000 in my emergency fund and then be able to start working on my 6 to 12 month, like, oh shit fund. But I also realize that with my current income right now today, that's not possible. However, next year, well, I guess that's true. Next month will be next year. In 2024, my income is going to change. I still do have an Etsy shop that does bring in a little bit of money every month. What I would like to do is create an Etsy shop or some type of shop where if you want to get any type of digital downloads that I'm working on, whether it be pages from my budgeting diary or the whole budgeting diary, or just random little pages here and there that I create throughout the year, you can access them. You can access the digital courses, you can access the coaching. I feel that 3,000 is a good starting point here. So we'll say savings goal is 3,000 to EF. And I would like to have my car registration sinking fund funded by June next year. I need to get the next year, all the deductibles are going to reset. So I need to have 500 sinking fund for the cat's insurance for whatever they get into next year. I need to have car registration. So last year my car registration was, I think, $341. We'll say 340 again. So 340 for car registration and smog. And that is by June 2024. What else? 500 for the cat's deductible, 340 for the car registration and smog. 140 for Amazon Prime. And that is December 2024. $1,000 for gifts. We'll say 1,000 for self-care and healing. Family planning. We'll do 2,000. Travel. Okay. And what I would really like to do is be in a position to give back around the holidays. And I would like to be able to adopt a family on an angel tree or provide food for a family in need. So food or food or holiday. So we'll say that. Okay. So that is going to be my 2024 goals. And I know probably people don't like me saying this, but again, the only way to really change your financial situation at the end of the day is to address why you're in the situation that you're in. If there are things that you can control and change, so if you have a spending problem, you have to identify that you have a spending problem, why you have the spending problem, get therapy to resolve the trigger that makes you get pent up enough to want to have to spend. Oh no, a bee came in the house. Oh boy, cat's trying to get it. No squeaks. Oh no. I'm gonna have to wrap this video up before she gets stung. If you have an income problem and you went from a high income to a low income, or you've had a lot of unexpected situations pop up, and now what used to be a good cushion for your income no longer is a good cushion, and now that you find yourself struggling. Or there are some people out there that really like giving, but they put themselves in a bad situation because they're giving and they are absolutely not in a financial place to actually be donating and giving. They want to, they feel compelled to do it, it brings them joy, but they hurt themselves financially because they just can't say no. They don't know how to say no. And that is a boundary issue. That is a boundary issue that you have to fix. And when you're doing goals, it's really important to set goals, like I mentioned before, that are actually attainable. There's a lot of people, when they get a look at their finances or they look at their income and they see what they want to do for the following year or the following month, they get so laser focused and intense, and they're just like, it's this or nothing. And if one thing deviates or one thing goes wrong, they're done. They want to walk away. They want to wallow. They want to just spend money frivolously to feel better. You can't have that mentality, because if nothing else, I would like to be an example that what I thought my 2023 was going to be like did not pan out this way. I had gotten a job last year's 2022. So in fall of 2021, I got hired after not having consistent work because of the pandemic as a surgical tech, and got hired at a small surgery center, I think in September or October. And then I was doing really well, getting caught up on my bills. And then by January, I thought, okay, great, we're gonna have this great year. Literally within a week of January, I got pulled in the office and I got let go. And then I spent all of 2022 struggling, trying to find work, picking up gigs here and there, working a place only for a month or two, and then it just wasn't working. And I can't explain to you, unless you felt it, what it feels like to know that you're doing your absolute best and you're trying to take care of things that you agree to be financially responsible for, like bills, loans, helping family, kids. And knowing that at the end of the month, you're making $3,000 and you're still 500 or 1,000 short. And knowing that every single month that goes by, you're falling further and further behind in the red. It's very frustrating. So when I spent all of 2022 on and off again working and finally got hired at my current job in December of last year, I was so grateful. I was so thankful to have an entry-level job that had the ability to move anywhere within the company, literally move anywhere in the world, and with great benefits. I thought, this is amazing. It's stable, steady income. There's great benefits, retirement matching. There's a great work-life balance. This is amazing. I'm finally going to have the stability and the consistency, because we all know that without consistency, it doesn't matter. I'm finally going to have the stability and consistency to make my 2023 my best year. I'm going to pay off 20 grand of debt, no problem, all these great things. And then what happened is by half of the year, I had paid off about $11,000, was able to really change my financial situation, refinance out of a predatory loan. And then the last 6 months have just completely erased the 10 grand and the work I put into paying that off. I've probably paid off close to like 15 grand this year and then have added $23,000. So just know, when you are making your goals for the month, for your payday, for the quarter, for the year, you have to be realistic that they're goals that are achievable with the resources you have now, with your mentality that you have now, with the level of effort and time available to you right now. And you also have to be flexible to the fact that there are going to be things that happen outside of your control that are going to humble you and make you have to reassess and change your strategy. That doesn't mean that you failed. That doesn't mean that all your work is for nothing. It's literally just life. And in the real world, outside of movies, outside of TV shows, outside of perfectly edited social media, the real world exists, and it is constantly moving and changing and dynamic. And you have to show up with the dedication that you have created a system for yourself to reach these goals. And you also have to give yourself the grace to know that that's going to change. You know, there's that saying where if you want to make God laugh, make a plan. So it's good to have an idea of what you want to happen and do the work, and then let the opportunities come to you, but also have the ability to pivot when things don't go according to plan. If you do not have the skill to pivot, you are going to spiral, you are going to give up, you're going to not handle setbacks well. It's really important when you're doing your goals that you need to be flexible and have a vision of what you would like to achieve by X date and X time. So that is what my goals are for 2024. I would like to increase my income. How am I going to do that? Have a meeting with my leadership, figure out what I need to do to be able to move in the company. And when I do have my review, I am going to ask about why I wasn't selected for the previous role that I applied for, because I really want to know if it's because I didn't get that 12-month mark. I don't know how meticulous they are with their internal transfer requirements. So once I know and I get that information, I'll feel better about applying for positions moving forward next year. Increasing my retirement. My goal is to increase my retirement to get to that 6%, 3% Roth, 3% 401k for 6. And then my company will match 6%, and I will be at 12% every single month. And I'm going to do that by adding more to my paycheck. So my goal, how I'm going to do this, is once I pay off the Discover One card at the end of December 2023, I will pay off the Amazon card with the US Bank $500 bonus credit and the tax return. And if I can apply the tax return, which I should be able to because I went to school this year, so I should have like a education credit, pay off the credit union, credit card, the Bank West, I will have enough extra income to offset, instead of applying the difference towards paying off those high interest debts, into increasing my contribution rate for my paycheck. So let's say I free up 209 some change. That would have been going to the debt. Instead, it's going to go towards my contribution. So let's put a realistic goal that I'm able to change my contribution rate by, let's see, March of 2024. So let's do that. Adding more revenue streams, YouTube and affiliate programs, creating digital courses, and then being able to get into a position where I have a good work-life balance with things and I have time to do one-on-one coaching. Debt payoff goals. These are basically avalanche method, high interest goals. Savings goal, my sinking funds, emergency fund. And I'd like to, by this time next year, be able to give back to my community and adopt a family in need, either with food or with holiday items. And if you like this little action plan, I will go ahead and upload it as a freebie. So whoever wants to download it and use it, you can download it, save it to your computer or laptop, and print it out as many times as you want to. And then if you want to, find yourself throughout the year that you want to change things, again, you're going to have to pivot. Learning how to pivot is going to be an essential skill for you to not just spiral and give up and just wallow. So I will have this accessible in the link that I will learn how to put into the channel. So that's fun to learn that. But thank you so much for spending some of your time with me. And I do appreciate sharing this with you. And maybe this inspires you. Maybe, we get inspired back by reading the comments. I'm always so grateful for the people who have time to share some of their thoughts with me. I do appreciate it. I wish you a great rest of your day, and we will talk later. Thank you.